pack. So you can see right here, this bedrock starts right there. So that's where the gravel's above that and bedrock's below that, and that's where the majority of the gold sits.
In 2010, a brand new kind of reality TV struck gold. Before crypto coins and memes, viewers chased gold dust with real miners. Families, dreamers, and fortune seekers braved the Alaskan wilderness. Season after season, unknowns became stars or vanished in controversy. Some chased Hollywood dreams, others returned to everyday life. Today, we reveal 18 Gold Rush stars and where they are now. Parker Schnabel.
He's very used to work.
Straight away.
Straight away, yeah.
Perfect.
This massive...
Parker Schnabel, born on the 22nd of July, 1994, became one of the youngest, most successful miners on the show in the blink of an eye. The Haynes-born star grew up mining with his grandfather, John Schnabel. John owned Big Nugget. He purchased the mine in 1984 at 68. This was after he had undergone a triple bypass surgery. The mine was a means for him to stay active and still engage in a productive venture. The Big Nugget mine gained prominence during the early seasons of Gold Rush, especially when Schnabel entrusted its operations to Parker in Season 2. Under John's guidance, the mine reportedly processed about 200 tons of pay dirt daily. When Parker joined the show, he was only 16. It was clear that he would become a prodigy. He had incredible skill for his age and a unique business sense that made people notice him quickly. He quickly became a fan favorite, becoming one of the most successful miners on this show. Ever since his rise to fame, Parker's personal life has been mostly private. He dated Ashley Ewell for a period, but their relationship ended, partly due to the demands of his mining career. He has mentioned that his focus remains on mining, which has kept him unmarried. Parker's approach to mining set him apart from other cast members. Some miners relied heavily on their family mines. Of course, joining the family bandwagon and growing with them was easier, but Parker did something different. He built his own crew and developed his own mining sites. It is mainly known now as Peter Schnabel Mining. He brought a modernized approach to the mining business. He often uses data and modern techniques to maximize the gold he recovers from pay dirt. His success story is one of hard work and tact. Parker Schnabel continues to appear on Gold Rush and continues extensive mining operations across multiple sites. Tony Beats.
Lucrative gold mine and the only running dredge in the Yukon.
I call that pretty successful.
You may know Tony Beats as the king of the Klondike. He was one of the Gold Rush's most popular stars. Born in 1959, the Netherlands native immigrated to Canada in his 20s to change his situation. He engaged in a lot of labor jobs to make ends meet. He discovered gold mining in the Yukon Territory, marking the beginning of a success story. Tony entered the Gold Rush because he had already established himself as a successful Yukon miner. He stood out immediately on the show because he frequently used strong language and was bubbly around his workers. He had a no-nonsense approach. He literally took no nonsense. This made him both respected and feared among other miners in the show. On a personal level, Tony is a loyal spouse. He has been married to his wife, Minnie Beats, for a long time. She sometimes appears on the show. Together, they raised several children, and some joined the family business as soon as they could form their thoughts. Their son, Kevin Beats, became a significant figure on the show after taking on most of the family's responsibilities. Tony is known for his massive mining operations and equipment on the show. He owns some of the show's biggest and most sophisticated mining equipment. They produce an interesting amount of gold at the end of every month, and Tony continues to feature on Gold Rush. He is one of the show's main characters and maintains the status of being one of the wealthiest. He rules most of Yukon Territory's mine operations. What keeps Tony so relevant after so many years? He continues to invest in up-to-date equipment, mining claims, and modernized business techniques. He also mentors family members interested in the business. Rick Ness.
All right. We've only got 7 or 8 foot overburden gravel sitting on the pay, hey?
Rick Ness first joined Gold Rush as a Parker Schnabel's crew. Branching out on his own was a decision that required courage and a lot of planning. His background differed from most of the miners on the show. He was a musician who played bass guitar for a band called .357 String Band. The band was not doing so well. The economic recession forced him to find other means of making the money he hoped to earn in music. It brought him to gold mining and eventually to the Gold Rush. When he joined Parker's crew as a heavy equipment operator, he had not realized that he would come to fall in love with the art of pay dirt. He had a strong work ethic and could be easily riled up, but his hard work and hot temper created a reputation for him on the show. Rick's personal life stays private primarily, and although he has spoken about some of his past relationships on the show, he has kept his time and energy focused on the show and mining. He has been open about struggling to maintain a work-life balance, especially with a job as demanding as mining. After several seasons working for Parker, Rick decided to strike out independently. He became a crew leader with his own mining operation. This transition played out on the show, showing how hard it was to strike on one's own and start an independent mining venture in a well-saturated area. His move from employee to boss is nothing short of a thrilling tale. He has made some mistakes on the way, but these mistakes teach him lessons he needs to manage his own crew, secure equipment, and find ground profitable enough to mine gold. He continues to star in the current seasons of Gold Rush with his crew. His independence journey has faced mixed success. In some seasons, he mines more challenges than gold. On others, he meets good pay dirt. Todd Hoffman.
Want to run Monster Red. You're 2 weeks started, and you got a serious decision to make.
Todd Hoffman was one of the original stars of Gold Rush. In fact, he led one of the first mining crews when the show first premiered. Like Rick's, his background is not one of those inherited legacies. He worked in aviation and construction. He owned an airport construction company in Oregon before the 2008 recession devastated his business. He was facing severe financial difficulties and his business was going under. The next best thing was pursuing gold mining in Alaska. To be honest, on the surface it sounded like a fool's trip. He brought his family and friends to join the venture with him despite their little mining experience. Everyone watched this family take their first steps as baby miners in the harsh Alaskan wilderness. Todd's optimistic personality saved them every time it felt like they would quit. Todd is married to Shauna Hoffman. They have children, and mining took a toll on the family dynamics at home. The stress of mining ventures, financial pressures, and time away from home created tensions that were sometimes visible on the show. Todd had spoken of his many mining ambitions, but how hard it was to find balance between those ambitions and his responsibilities as a present father and husband. During his time on the Gold Rush, Todd's crew struggled to achieve consistent success. They often ended seasons with disappointing gold totals. His lack of mining experience, equipment problems, and poor ground selection led to numerous setbacks. They came into the industry with barely any knowledge of the mining game. Despite occasional successes, Todd's operations were generally less profitable than other crews featured on the show. None of Todd's extra optimism could fix the tension and drama of proving his mining abilities. He left the show in Season 8. He involved himself in other business ventures until 2025.
In Colorado, the Hoffmans are in catch-up mode.
In 2025, Todd joined the gold mining industry again. This was after launching his show in 2022, Hoffman Family Gold. It focused on bringing a dying mine back to life alongside his father and son. The show ended after 3 seasons. In March of 2025, he made a social media announcement that he had newly acquired a gold mine in Yukon. He had intentions of buying another. This move made Gold Rush fans wonder if he would return to Gold Rush or if he was done with reality television. We'll find out in the near future. Dave Turin.
I spent so much time in the Yukon in my career, but now
Dave Turin worked as a mining engineer for years before he joined the show. He had engineering training and worked for major mining companies before becoming involved with reality television. Dave's expertise put him at an advantage when he joined the show. Unlike Todd, he did not find it challenging to fit in. He first appeared on the show as a consultant and advisor to different mining operations, particularly working with Todd Hoffman's crew. His knowledge made him an asset to Todd's team. When crews faced technical difficulties or needed to optimize their operations, he was the first one they called when all else failed. Dave's personal life is mostly private. He is married and has children, but that is all that is known about his family. Miners find it hard to balance family life with work. Dave keeps his family away from his television appearances and extends a more professional approach than the other miners. He worked as a consultant on Gold Rush for a while and eventually started his own mining operation. His idea was to investigate and attempt to restart abandoned mining operations. He wanted to use his expertise in running successful operations to determine why previous operations failed and if they could be made profitable. Dave continues to be involved in various gold rush productions, maintains his mining interests, and consults for mining projects outside his television work. Dave Turin is a respected figure in the mining industry because he has helped many mines move from rather debilitating challenges to success. Freddie Dodge.
And if you don't get them in, carpets will freeze solid on you. Then it's a real pain in the ass.
Freddie Dodge is known to be one of the most skilled equipment operators and mechanics on the show. His background includes experience with heavy machinery and gold recovery equipment. He has a reputation for being able to fix any piece of mining equipment. Due to his skills, he earned the nickname Gold Rush Mechanic. Freddie first appeared on the show as a consultant. He would get called in whenever mining crews faced equipment problems or needed to improve their gold recovery rates. His expertise with wash plants, excavators, and specialized mining equipment made him valuable to various crews throughout different seasons. He gained a fan base of his own with his ability to solve problems concerning machinery when it seemed like nothing could make it work. Freddie is married and has been for a while. He has children and grandchildren. Sometimes they show up in episodes of Gold Rush. He does his best to maintain a healthy work-life balance. In interactions with his family on screen, one can observe that he is a present father and husband. Freddie's success on Gold Rush led to his own spin-off show called Gold Rush, Freddie Dodge's Mine Rescue, which premiered in January 2021. This show features Freddie using his expertise to help struggling mining operations improve their efficiency. Freddie continues to appear in various Gold Rush productions. He is still mining and consulting for mining businesses while maintaining his own mining and consulting business. Jack Hoffman.
You gotta get some pay.
Todd Hoffman's father, Jack Hoffman, was one of the original Gold Rush cast members. He brought his life experience and hard work to the show. He gave it his all. The original cast set the pace for how the rest navigated reality television and mining. He had a military career and many other work experiences. He had not mined before when he first started. He had no experience in anything related to mining, and after a while of making mistakes and figuring out how the process went, he understood what he was up to. Jack's presence on the show brought an interesting father-son relationship that the viewers had not expected to enjoy so much. He supported his son through every risky business decision and advised him when he needed some. His military persona greatly contrasts with Todd's optimistic, cheery personality. His son needed realistic assessments, and Jack would offer them to the best of his ability. His marriage was stable. Sometimes he was at loggerheads with at least one family member. The tension contributed to the drama of the show. During his time on Gold Rush, Jack served various roles from equipment operator to camp manager, adapting to the operation's needs. Despite his age, he was willing to learn a new skill or piece of equipment if it would benefit the operation. After Season 8, Jack and Todd left Gold Rush, ending their television mining career. Since leaving the show, he has returned to a more private life. He occasionally appears in Gold Rush specials or updates about the Hoffman family. John Schnabel.
All right.
John Schnabel, the Big Nugget, was instrumental in Parker's mining education. Remember Parker Schnabel? John birthed and trained Parker to become one of the youngest, brightest minds in the mining industry. John had decades of mining experience in Alaska. There, he owned and operated the Big Nugget mine. He had in-depth knowledge of mining conditions, equipment, and techniques. Whenever he appeared on the show, he showed traditional mining methods and provided the backstory for some modern mining methods. John was married and had a large family, including Parker and other grandchildren, occasionally featured on Gold Rush. His family relationships were meaningful, and he took pride in passing on mining knowledge to the next generation. John's role as patriarch of the Schnabel mining family was evident in his interactions with Parker and other family members who worked at the Big Nugget mine. Throughout his time on Gold Rush, John was a working miner and a mentor to Parker and others. John Schnabel passed away in 2016 at the age of 96. It was the end of an era for mining. The Schnabels mourned a life and a legend. His legacy continues through Parker's success and the ongoing operation of mining claims that John developed over his lifetime. Monica Beets.
You really don't have a choice.
No.
I want family on that. To me, that's important.
Monica Beets is Tony Beets' daughter. Mining operations seem more like a family heirloom than a business. Monica represents a generation of mining that does not exclude or discriminate. Monica grew up around mining operations and learned the business from childhood through her father's extensive Yukon mining empire. Learning mining was more of a hands-on experience for her. She helped with the family's operations, which gave her knowledge of most of the equipment and the mining operations. Monica's appearances on Gold Rush have shown her progression from helper to skilled mining operator. She has worked in various capacities within the family mining operations, from equipment operation to management responsibilities. Monica has dated a few times, but the demand for mining work has not given her many opportunities to explore her romantic life. Sometimes her experiences are televised on the show. It shows miners' struggles in balancing their personal lives with their work. On Gold Rush, Monica has proven capable of operating heavy equipment and managing complex mining operations. She has shown skill with excavators, wash plants, and other mining equipment. Her competence and work ethic have earned her the respect of other miners on the show. She has proven that gender does not restrict anyone's dream, no matter what they are. Monica continues to work within the family mining business and appears regularly on Gold Rush. Kevin Beets.
First-year mine boss Kevin Beets has spent 5 months amassing.
Kevin grew from a young helper like his sister to becoming a significant part of his family's mining empire. Kevin Beets learnt from his father's decades-long experience in the Yukon Territory. At a young age, he joined the family business, and by the time he became an adult, he was already a crew leader responsible for primary mining operations. His climb up the mining leadership hierarchy was fascinating to watch. Kevin's growth has been a compelling storyline on the show. Like all other miners, Kevin's personal life is barely publicized. He keeps his personal interests personal and focuses more on the professional part of his life. Kevin is still on the show. He is looking to take on most of the Beets family mining empire. His successful leadership has brought the team more gold and established him as an actual miner. He is not just Tony's son. He is Kevin Beets, Gold Rush star and miner. Chris Dumit.
Todd had picked up another wash plant. He wanted to run 2 plants, 2 crews.
Chris worked in construction before he caught the mining fever. He did other labor-intensive work, which prepared him for mining. To be a great miner, the first thing you need to have is strength. Lots of it. Chris was also willing to learn. He adapted quite easily and rolled in with the crews. He did a few physically taxing jobs and took on jobs that required him to know how the equipment worked. He has shared on the show that he is trying to support his family through mining, but no one can tell if he is married, single, or just being a dutiful son. Chris worked in various capacities during the Gold Rush, from equipment operation to general labor. He is a great team member. Chris is currently with Gold Rush Productions. He may decide to pursue an independent mining venture or remain with Gold Rush until settled. Brennan Ruold. When Brennan Ruold first appeared on the Gold Rush show, he was part of Parker Schnabel's crew. He had this youthful, boundless energy about him. He had done various jobs, but nothing like mining. This was a new career path, and everyone was trying to see if it would last. Brennan eventually left Parker Schnabel's crew. He left because there were escalating tensions. He wanted a crew that agreed more with his energy. The work relationship between Parker and Brennan only got worse as time passed. Brennan expressed that being angry half the time was unsustainable and not conducive to a healthy work atmosphere. In search of a fresh start, Brennan joined Rick Ness's team in Season 12 and spoke on the prospects of returning to the aspects of mining that he loved. He liked operating heavy machinery, which he first did. Later, Brennan transitioned to work with Kevin Beets' crew in Season 15. Parker and Brennan later reconciled, and all bad blood was forgiven. Brennan's personal life and relationships were occasionally featured on Gold Rush, particularly regarding how his mining career affected his personal relationships and plans. This field of work is definitely not for lovers. His role on Parker's crew involved general labor and equipment operation. It was slightly the same Rick Ness. Since he left the Gold Rush, Brennan has pursued other opportunities, though his current activities are less publicized than those of some other former cast members. Outside of mining, Brennan resides in Alberta, Canada, with his partner Wendy Keith and his stepson Pisto. He values family time and enjoys activities like riding his Harley-Davidson motorcycle, snowmobiling, and attending Pistos hockey games. Mitch Blaschke.
Around here. Not half-ass.
Mitch had been a part of Todd Hoffman's crew for a while. He served as their equipment operator and mechanic in several seasons of the show. Before getting on the show, he had experience with heavy equipment and machinery, so he was just the right asset for the right crew. Mitch had showed his specialty in handling mining equipment and saving the crew time by providing a quick fix or minor adjustment. He knew how best to stabilize a situation. He was Todd's most valuable member, and he used income from his job and the show to support his family. His contributions often went unrecognized in the group. Eventually, he joined Parker and continued to provide support for him. Outside the show, Mitch maintains a relatively low public profile but is known to be family-oriented. He is married to Haley Blaschke, and they share a daughter. He occasionally shares glimpses of his personal life on social media, giving fans a look beyond the mining fields. In Season 8, Mitch was temporarily sidelined due to a serious off-camera go-kart accident that left him with a broken arm. Despite the setback, he recovered and returned to work with the same dedication. Mitch is still working with Parker Schnabel. His technical expertise has never been found wanting. Jim Thurber.
To think that you can mine anywhere and it's going to be the same is ridiculous.
Jim Thurber is a longtime cast member. He joined the show in Season 1 and remained with the Hoffmans through multiple mining seasons. He proved his loyalty by working for them as a sheet metal fabricator. He also had experience in safety supervision. Jim served primarily as a Hoffman crew safety officer and equipment operator. His primary responsibility was ensuring that the team followed proper safety protocols, especially during large-scale operations involving heavy machinery and unpredictable terrain. He was not a trained miner, but he learnt all he knew from a strong work ethic and a willingness to learn anything he was unaware of. He was also quite funny. He worked the mining job because he had family matters that required financial stability. Throughout his time on the show, he contributed heavily to the successes of Todd Hoffman and his crew. Despite not always being in the spotlight, Jim's loyalty to the Hoffman family was evident. He followed Todd during their brief attempt to mine in Guyana from the early days in Porcupine Creek, Alaska, to more ambitious ventures in the Klondike and South America. After Todd departed from Gold Rush following Season 8, Jim's television mining career ended. When Todd Hoffman returned to television in 2022 for the spin-off Hoffman Family Gold, Jim Thurber rejoined the team. The series followed their efforts to revive a struggling mine in Alaska. He resumed his role as both safety coordinator and equipment operator. He is still active in the mining community and works closely with Todd. Hunter Hoffman. Hunter Hoffman, Todd's son, is part of the younger generation in mining on Gold Rush. He grew up around his father and learnt all about the business from his family. He noticed the challenges his family faced when their inexperience got in the way. Hunter first appeared on Gold Rush during the later seasons of the original series. From seasons 6 through 8, he was seen learning the ropes of gold mining under the guidance of his family. Hunter's appearances on Gold Rush showed his enthusiasm for the family mining venture and his struggle to adapt to the physical demands of mining work. After the Hoffman crew left Gold Rush in Season 8, Hunter stepped away from television and mining for a while. He returned in 2022 with the launch of Hoffman Family Gold, a spin-off series that chronicled the family's attempt to revive a failing Alaskan gold mine. Hunter took greater responsibility in the field and decision-making in this series. He continued to operate equipment and also contributed to strategic planning. He still mines, and he is interested in modernizing the business. He has recently hinted at expanding into other ventures. Gold Rush. When the Discovery Channel premiered Gold Rush in December 2010, initially titled Gold Rush, Alaska, the network exposed a different side of Alaska, the side that struck gold in unexpected places. The show emerged during the aftermath of the 2008 financial crisis. Many Americans wondered what options lay for them after traditional career paths seemed to be failing. The concept of the show was simple. The production team would follow real families and crews as they attempted to mine gold in difficult areas. That period was the era when blue-collar jobs were in their glam phase. Having a blue-collar job looked pretty on television. Gold Rush offered viewers a show of family men engaging in honest physical labor. The timing was great because gold prices started to spiral past the roof, making mining attractive to the audience and the show's cast members. Raw TV produces Gold Rush in partnership with the Discovery Channel. The production team faced intense challenges, working in remote locations across Alaska and Canada's Yukon Territory. The show's success led to spin-offs like Gold Rush, Whitewater, Gold Rush, The Dirt, and Gold Rush, Mine Rescue. They knew what their fans wanted, and they swiftly pursued it. The production team went against intervention storytelling. They wanted the drama from mining operations to take a natural course. From its debut, Gold Rush proved to be a big hit for the Discovery Channel. It claimed 7 of the top 10 in men aged 18 to 49, and 5 of the top 10 in the younger men aged 18 to 34 demographic. The show consistently ranked as one of Discovery's most watched programs. In their peak seasons, they had over 1 million viewers per episode. Gold Rush is also the #1 most popular show on Discovery and 103rd overall on television. Over 1 million people watch the show, and its appeal stands the test of time. Contrary to assumptions about the show ending, as of April 18, 2025, 402 episodes of Gold Rush have been aired, including 2 miniseries. During Season 1, the series was named Gold Rush, Alaska, and the mining occurred at Porcupine Creek on the Alaskan Panhandle. Gold Rush aired its Season 15 finale on January 10, 2025 on the Discovery Channel. Everyone was left eager to know when the next season of Gold Rush would hit their screens. The cast of Gold Rush has evolved from amateur miners into seasoned professionals. Parker Schnabel was initially a teenage apprentice under his grandfather, John Schnabel, but is now one of the most successful gold miners on the series. The original lead, Todd Hoffman, left the show in Season 8, but returned with Hoffman Family Gold alongside his son Hunter. Tony Beats, known for his no-nonsense attitude, operates one of the show's largest and most established mining outfits. He also introduced one strong, expert woman to the field, Monica Beats. The tales of all these individuals are stories of resilience, an abject refusal to stay in the measly conditions life created for them. They continued to evolve, and so did their fate. This is what makes the Gold Rush appealing. What makes it appealing to you? Share your thoughts in the comments section. And don't forget to like this video, share it, and subscribe to this channel for more content like this.